What if he has Percy?
No.
Well, let's try and get him back first before we get upset about it.
Yes, yes.
How do we get into Whitestone?
Yeah, how do we move?
We have an airship.
That's too slow.
Maybe it can take us somewhere with trees.
Somewhere with a tree.
I need to rest.
How long?
I need to sleep.
Sure.
Keyleth takes Percy's body and I drag him over to the table and I lay him out and I just start cleaning him and cleaning his wounds as best as I can.
It is a bloody mess, but at the same time, there is a strange look of peace in his face. It both comforts and upsets you, and you have a hard time kind of concentrating on the face. You just focus on his body as you clean him. Make him look as good as you possibly can using druid craft. As you guys begin walking away from the Sundry, you can see a bunch of townsfolk and some guards begin to walk up to greet you. And like, you've returned. Immediately, the energy is felt, and everyone kind of steps away and gives you space. As you'll begin to see the limp body of Percival being held over Grog's shoulder.
Someone should get Cassandra.
Immediately. Tell them we're coming.
But,
to prepare quarters.
right away. And the guard rushes off up towards the Castle Whitestone. You guys walking towards the Castle Whitestone as well?
That's where Pike is, right?
The temple. Are she building a temple here?
There is a temple being built here, yes.
In the castle, or?
No, the temple would be within the city itself. As you approach, you can see the front door open, and there, Pike's form, long kind of silver and gold-colored evening wear, just her hair kind of tousled around her face, the little bit of wind that's blowing through causing it to kind of tumble against one chin. She looks out to the rest of you with sadness across her eyes.
I knew something was wrong. Where is he?
We bring him inside?
You all make your way into this room, and there are two other people that are kind of helping around. They're general townsfolk. They're not heavy into any specific use aside from cleaning and helping construct. But they go ahead and they bring a large table out, and you guys set Percy on top of it.
Pike, can you do something? Can you help him?
I'm gonna try.
Pike, you begin to set the stage for the ritual. You begin to pull out the sage. You begin to this temple, as simple as it is, but simple is the nature of Sarenrae, one who does not have much worshipping influence in this world, and you know that she requires just enough, and the faith is stronger than the presentation. But you pull out the best you can, all the offerings that are necessary. You scroll out the various divine runic symbols that represent healing, that represent connection to one's divine entity, that represent stalwartness and strength of heart, that represent love and family, everything you can think of that really binds this ritual to the moment. And as you guys are kind of sitting around to prepare, you begin the incantation of the ritual. The first stage allows you to reach out and make contact with the spirit wherever it is. After 5 minutes of searching, you have no way of locating it. The spirit currently, something is blocking it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to try it?
I mean, in case this doesn't work,
I'll try and recreate what Pike did to Grog.
Okay, so you
Grog and
so you take Animus from her, the pepper box, and even holding it, there's like this dark weight to it. It feels like it's lead and coal in your hands. As you concentrate, channeling the divine druidic energies that you currently are focusing into it, your vision comes to a similar dark, shadowy mass that Pike had seen during the attempt at the resurrection ritual. You can see there is indeed a connection. There is a tangible gateway between this weapon and Orthax, the shadow demon. And there, enveloped within the darkness, you can just sense in your heart of hearts, that's where Percy lies. As you begin to focus on greater restoration, you begin to feel the nature of the curse that binds him to it. And you reach out in this space. And you guys watch as Keyleth just reaches out into the air of nothing. But within your sight and your vision, you can see that thread, and you grasp it. And as you hold it with your fingers, you feel it fight. And in turn, you watch as Keyleth's hand bolts around with nothing in her grasp. And you hear the voice whisper,
No, I finally have him. I finally...
And with that, you snap with your fist. The shadow screams and vanishes. And there, you see a brief glimmer of light. The remaining spirit of Percival as it drifts off into the astral sea.
I scream, Percy!
The spell finishes. The gun itself, you guys see a flash of shadow around it.
Pike, go!
All the names on the side vanish as well. The barrels are now clean.
Can I reach forward and look in Percy's coat for that Whitestone, that condensed Whitestone?
You start rummaging through his coat, and you find his gun retort. You find a bunch of random bullet casings and bullets. You find a cluster of papers and notes that are folded up in a small book, and what appears to be a partially sealed letter with no name on it.
Nothing else?
You eventually find some of the Whitestone glass, the green glass that you guys had kind of flashed around in Ankarel.
Does he still have the raven skull on him that I gave him?
The raven skull is still on him, yeah. He hangs around his neck, yeah.
Okay.
What is that?
It's, he says it's supposed to amplify magic, right?
I think.
So I put it on his chest. Percy, I don't know if you can hear me, but that day in Singhorn was one of the best moments of my life. And not because of what you think. It wasn't because of my father or the title. It was because of Whitestone. It was because of you. You allowed me to be a part of the thing that you hold dearest. And I was so proud. But I don't want to be here if you're not. Whitestone still needs you, darling. I still need you here. And I lean down and I kiss him. And I say, I should have told you. It's yours.
Persuasion roll.
Natural 20!
I trust you.
Okay.
What skill, what type of, what do you want to bring to the ritual?
I just... I don't know. I mean, just the love that we have for him. I don't know. This is so stressful.
One final skill challenge check to make. Who wishes to add to this?
You.
It is either you.
But you are very close to him.
I grabbed the skull from around his neck that I gave him. I say, Percy, we had many conversations about life and death. And in many ways, you are my total opposite. But you are also my best friend. And even though I told you on that day that I gave you this, that we're all gonna die and that you can still be saved from yourself, It was clear the journey was far from over, and it still isn't. And then I'm going to cast Conjure Within Beings, and I'm going to have a barrage of crows come from around me. And I'm going to tell him, as much as you might think, your journey is not over. Just because yours might be, ours isn't. And we need you. And I need you.
I'm gonna kneel at his head and shoot out the wings and lend them to Percival like the crow he is. Like a cloak.
I'm gonna say between the two of you on that, I need you to make a charisma ability check.
Oh.
With advantage because of Vax helping you. This is a challenge for you because persuasion's already been used. You, as your point of leadership and strength of character, you're piercing through the veil and through the ritual to appeal to him as a person to another through sheer force of charismatic persuasion.
Come on, King, we're with you.
Advantage. Adding your charisma bonus.
Use the gold die. 19.
19. You feel, Pike, the ritual begin to culminate. The divine energies lent to you by Sarenrae fill your form, and you watch as Pike's physical form now seems to overlap her divine form you've had at a distance. She is just this radiant golden image of herself, the same golden wings flaring up around her. And you watch as Percy's body begins to rise off the table, the arms and legs just limply hanging underneath, the chest rising up. The light from Pike begins to create a small well of divine energy that spirals down into his chest and blasts through him the table. The table itself cracks beneath him, yet he still remains aloft as the energy hits. The energy fades. The ritual completes. The room grows still and cold and dark once more. Pike's divine form disperses into golden feathers that just drift and disappear across the wooden floor. Percy's body slowly lands onto the table. Stillness. Stillness. Breaths begin to fill his chest once more. Unconscious as he is, life is slowly returning to Percival, as is color. His pale skin, pale as it's ever been, but now slowly stirring.
Pike!
Before I forget, this came for you, Keyleth.
What
letter
now?
came?
A letter?
Letters. We got letters.
We had traders came in, parcel in your name. Don't know who it's from.
What did they look like?
How did they get through the invisible wall?
How did they know my name?
I don't know. They were sent from Whitestone, I think it was.
Oh shit. Open that.
What is it?
It's got something thick in it, which isn't.
Could be a seal.
Oh, gee.
Read the letter first.
Read the letter first.
It's in Marquesian.
It's long.
There's beauty pictures in it.
Keyleth, I write to let you and your companions know that the repair of Western is proceeding well. I will not bore you with the details. Suffice to say that our children are well fed and safe, our elderly and infirm are cared for and comfortable. Without the help of you and yours, this would not be the case. The folk in charge argue constantly, but that is to be expected, and it is no bad thing. They all want the same good things in different ways. I listen mostly and do what I can to make sure that they listen to each other. Without listening, nothing good can happen. The town, when I say the repair is going well, it is a hard thing for me to talk about. I am not a particularly clever man, and much of this is new to me. When you make a mistake with metal, you can melt things down and start afresh. It is irritating, and it costs in time and soot and sweat, but it can be done. There's a comfort in iron, knowing that a fresh start is always possible. But a city is not a sword. It is a living thing, and living things defy simple fixing. Roots cannot be reforged, they scar, and broken branches must be cut and sealed with tar, and this makes me angry, as it always has, and my anger has no place to go. It was easier when I was young. I could use my anger like a hammer against the world. I was so sure of myself, and my friends, and my rightness. I would hammer at the world, and breaking felt like making to me, and I was good at it. And while I was not wrong, neither was I entirely right. Nothing is simple. I do not work in wood. I am not brave enough for that. There is a comfort in iron, a promise of safety, a second chance if mistakes are made. But a city is more a forest than a sword. No, it needs more tending than that. Perhaps a city is like a garden, then. So these days, it seems I have become a gardener. I dig foundations in the earth. I sow rows of houses. I plan and plant. I watch the skies for rain and ruin. I cannot help but think that you would be better at this. But circumstance has put both of us in our own odd place. You are forced to be a hammer in the world, and my ungentle hands are learning how to tend a plot of land. We must do what we can do. Did you know that there are some seeds that cannot sprout unless they are first burned? A friend once told me that. She was a bookish sort. I think of gardening constantly these days. I wear your gift, and I think of you. And I think it is interesting that there are some living things that need to pass through fire before they flourish. I ramble. You have the heart of a gardener, and because of this, you think of consequence, and your current path pains you. I am not wise, and I do not give advice, but I have come to know a few things. Sometimes breaking is making. Even iron can start again, and there are many things that move through fire and find themselves much better for it afterward. I have enclosed a gift. Once it was a sword, but it has changed. It is a small thing and silly. Please forgive an old man for his foolishness. Still, I hope it brings you some small comfort. Kindly, Care.
What is it?
Holy shit.
What's the thing?
I don't know what to say.
Are you all right?
It was Care.
Is he proposing to you?
It's got branches on it.
It's quite beautiful.
Wow.
Does it say something?
I have passed through fire.
He's right.
This is a lot to deal with right now. We have friends.
Yes.
I have a friend.
You're becoming a wonderful leader, Keyleth.
And as kind as his letter was, I think something was wrong.
And I think there's more to his message.
Something wrong in it. There's something in the basement.
I have a quick request. Before I go to sleep, can I try and find Pike and see if she will teach me the alphabet before my fox's cunning wears off?
In one night.
Oh.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Maybe you could learn a letter.
You go and find Pike in her room. She comes to the door, already groggy, no pun intended. Sorry about that. You open your door and you see Grog sitting there looking a little sheepish.
Grog, what's wrong?
Yeah, look, I had trouble sleeping, and I actually know like giant, but I can't read it.
Okay.
Do you think maybe before this like fancy smart potion wears off, you could teach me some letters?
Well, if we have maybe a book or something, I could like a beginning to read giant. Is there anything like that where I could know?
Well, no, I don't.
What the letters
I
are?
don't see a lot of giant. Just even like common, like
Just common letters.
Yeah, just.
Yes, I can show you the alphabet. I will write it out. Okay. And do you know how to spell your name? Okay. It's very easy. You have 4 letters in your name.
How many?
But there are 2 of the same letter.
How
So
many?
you really only have 3 letters in your name.
But I'm not so hot on the numbers.
Okay, well, we won't talk about numbers. Okay, what's the first letter of the alphabet? This you know.
G.
That's the first letter of your name.
Oh, it is?
Yes,
It doesn't
but that's
stop
not
at
the
that?
first letter of the alphabet. You've said it before.
Hey.
It's the first letter. Oh, well, you wouldn't know that because you don't know how to spell.
Fucking A, this is tough.
Oh,
What?
you just said it.
Fucking A.
Yes.
A.
A is the first letter of the alphabet.
A. A. A.
Okay.
A.
And we can keep going. But,
Okay, for the purposes of narrative here, you spend the next few hours with Pike in your room, beginning to learn elements of the alphabet of common. You go through enough of it where you pick up some of it, and as the potion fades, so does the memory of the lesson. Yeah, it's just flowers for Grog or not. But it wouldn't have mattered because common alphabet and giant runics are totally different things.
Yeah, totally. I just wanted to know something.
Oh, you could.
I'm so.
did I at least teach him how to spell his name?
Yeah, you could give him his name, man.
Yeah,
Make an intelligence check, Grog. The next morning when you wake up.
Do I still? No, we're off, right? I don't have advantage.
No, before
you can do it.
You can do it, Grog. Roll a natural 20.
I'll say as you feel the potion fading from you.
I burp and I get a little
What'd you
bubble.
learn?
Sure, go ahead and roll intelligence check.
Oh.
Oh, that's even worse. Oh, -2. Fuck. Well.
Wait, I'm in. Oh no, I can't do that. 12? Okay.
You get grr. And that's where it ends.
My cursive is sweet.
Okay.
I'm so tired. I've learned like all of these, but I'm really sleepy.
We'll keep working on it.
I'm not so well, but yeah.
We'll keep working on it.
Keep working. Good night.
Good night,
Thank you, Pike.
You sleep so well.
That ends Raishan's turn. Scanlan, death saving throw.
Oh my god.
3.
Oh.
And with that,
Hold on. That's not.
the breath escapes Scanlan's lungs, the smile across his face as life leaves his form.
This time I died with a bad joke and piss all over me.
Died as he lived, hard, or after a bad joke with piss all over him. Really take a claw attack at your body, which hits the critical. It's 2 death saving throws. You're dead. Percy, you're dead.
I'm out.
As the bite knocks to the ground, the claw slams down onto your torso and just tears out the side of your body. Your entrails kind of scatter across the stone floor, and your breath just escapes out. Kerrek, you and Kima both there watch this happen as Percy is now partially spread across the stone immediately to the right of you.
I mean, I've been around. Like, I can't help him, can I?
I think he's beyond either of our power now. Allie? Please tell me she's alive. And Kima runs off on back, realizing that she doesn't really kind of know the status the best. The rest of the group. Allura shouts out to her on the side.
What's happening?
I'm all right.
I get down there and I'm doing useless combat triage.
Trying to gather
you like do
what's
you
outside and putting it back in. Yeah.
And
Vax? Are you up?
Yeah.
Good. Percival, how are you? Sound off if you're alive.
Alive.
I start stumbling over towards Scanlan.
Percy! I go running around the corner. Same.
As you guys both kind of run Keyleth a bit behind Vax, you turn and you see Raishan's corpse just piled, and then on the ground you see Kerrek slowly, methodically, almost staring off into a memory, trying to gather a bit of Percival's scattered innards. A wound, his side torn open.
No! And I run over to him. Help him! Pike!
Pike comes running around the corner. Oh god. And she runs up real fast and begins gathering her Revivify spell.
Where's Scanlan?
I pick him up and I start walking towards Grog with him.
Did either of you guys want to roll for Pike's Revivify?
On
Percy.
Percival.
Do you want Matt to do this? There's no.
I'll do it. I don't want you to have. I don't want you to get out of your head. I'll do it. It's just dice. It's the universe. It's low.
Oh no, is this a 9?
6.
Fuck. Plus what? It's not gonna work.
6 plus 5?
11.
Percival has died how many times?
I don't know.
Once.
I think just once for him, right?
The big one.
It works. It's just enough.
So as you're trying to grab the body and trying to make it form, it's not doing anything. The healing magic is not taking effect into the now still cold body. As Pike's metallic hand comes into your visual frame, Kerrek, you watch in that slow, breathless motion as her gauntleted arm reaches out and touches the clavicle of the bloody mess of Percy's torso. And as the divine energy pulses warmth once more through the chest, you watch as the bits of exposed organ that you had pushed in close over with skin. And breath comes back to Percival's body.
Are we all here then?
Grog!
Scanlan was down.
Scanlan's down.
I'll take off running for Vax.
Okay, as you turn around the corner, Keeman and Allura are rushing up to you now as well. Is he? And you turn the corner, Grog, and you see Vax holding the still body of Scanlan just dangling out of his arms.
No. No! No! Fix him! Fix him!
Starts a rocket. Weak a child.
Will somebody do something?
We have to take him home.
We have to get him out of here.
Well, we got all these people with magic. You've all got magic spells. You just brought him back. Fix him!
Pike looks at Kima. Can you do anything?
This is beyond any of my capabilities. Look, I have a certain skill set, and it's not this kind of skill set. I'm sorry.
Back to the Raven Queen. You can talk to her, right? Vax?
Fine. Wow! Natural 20 on scanning the ocean?
Pretty fucking great.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
How'd it feel like you rolled?
Dungeon
Keyleth and
Dragons.
Care, MVPs for sure.
Yeah.
Somebody conquered some personal demons this week.
Well, Sam,
yeah, I was waiting for this.
Sam, we
You're still
love
an
you.
awkward mess, but you know.
Sam's
Wherever you
Keyleth
are.
will always be an awkward mess.
I know.
And like, as much character growth as you can have, you're still always you.
There will
She
always
will
be a pit of
always
fire.
be
Exactly.
awkward. I will
There'll
always trip
always
and
be
fall
lava.
and faceplant in lava.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Right.